I mean, discourse on social media can be pretty ugly, and it happens on every platform. I mean, I even go to beekeeping forums where people start fighting with each other and calling her names. It's unreal. And people are called every name in the book. They can be shamed, slandered, have their personal information posted by others. I mean, it gets bad. Extremists, and they happen on every end of the political spectrum. They use social media to spread their vile messages and sometimes organize violent and destructive actions. And the common denominator, though, with pretty much all of those extreme accounts, the bad ones, is that they're anonymous. And that is the root of a lot of problems. Most of us play reasonably. Sure, we get worked up now and then and say regrettable things online, but there's a population out there comprised of anonymous trolls, and they're a tiny minority, but they can dominate and destroy discourse. I mean, the time they got in their hands, they can obsessively post and spawn accounts faster than accounts can be banned. They're cowards, and the only thing that's going to stop them is to take away the shroud of anonymity they hide behind. In a relatively recent incident, and I like bringing this one up, there was a self-styled Twitter ninja out there who would vitriolically and tirelessly troll public figures online. He bragged of the number of elected officials who'd blocked him. He felt courageous and bold. He felt he was an online warrior for the left. Well, then he was exposed. Yeah, somebody figured out who he really was, and the transformation was instant. That was what was striking. Suddenly, he was an apologetic pussycat. He did an interview, and he was just all meek and apologetic. Now, he's still online, but he's very subdued, because without the craven cloak of anonymity, he really is nothing. He tweets under the name Neil before Zod, if you wanted to have a look at it, and or check back into that sad little story. Now, I'm not big on doxing folks, but the tale of poor Neil did prove a valuable point. The loss of anonymity defangs trolls. And I understand there's a lot of people who are anonymous for very good reasons, and we don't need to take the ability to be anonymous away. Another problem, though, is people are leaving social media platforms because they just can't handle the rage and venom anymore. And selective culling of people with conservative views is starting to create echo chambers, and that's no good either. Gab, unfortunately, part of the reason it hasn't really done that well is because it's just a bunch of people saying the same old stuff to each other. What I'd like to see is a platform that verifies users. And it's understandable. Again, like I said, people want to keep their anonymity. I mean, they could have issues with their job. They could be stalked by weirdos. There's a lot of things when you put your name out there. But it doesn't mean your name has to be out there. It just means there should be a way to verify that you're real. You can only form one account, one verified account with a different colored check mark next to it or something like that. And again, leave it to private business to do it. I'm not talking about regulating it. Verification doesn't assure that a person has to be nice. I mean, my Twitter account's verified. I got that precious blue check mark, but I'm still an asshole. I mean, it doesn't have to stop you. It just means that you've got to be within reason. And if you go beyond reason and you actually get dangerous or abusive or, attack people, then you could potentially be charged. We don't need more laws. We don't need speech police. We just need some voluntary controls on social media platforms that would eliminate the anonymity, which cloaks the small but damaging troll army out there. Because right now, it's giving the government excuses to try and step in. And we might see speech being limited by the state before people realize that it didn't need to get done. Rights are really hard to regain once we lose them. So let's hope the private market can step up on this one before the government does. Musk was talking about doing something like that. And as I'm saying, coffee breath conversations, no more laws. I never said we want more laws. Never. Don't worry, that's not what I'm saying. Like Elon Musk wanted to do, private industry can fill the void. We can do it, guys.